This weekend, the 3rd of May, I attended the Bristol Model Railway Exhibition 2025, held at the Thornbury Leisure Centre in Thornbury, Bristol. This highly regarded event is recognised as one of the top model railway shows in the West. This year offered something for everyone, with a spectacular array of over 30 layouts in various scales and gauges. Carefully selected by the Association of Model Railway Clubs, Wales and West of England, attendees were also able to find great deals from over 40 retailers and specialist manufacturers that were present. In addition, there were also numerous societies, clubs and live demonstrations to enjoy at the exhibition. Having enjoyed this show last year, it was great to be back to bring you all the action. In this video, we're going to take a look at the layouts that were on display. Exhibition videos like this one are made possible by the patrons on Patreon and our channel members. If you're interested in gaining early access to videos while supporting their production, head on over to my Patreon. The link is in the description. And of course, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos coming out regularly. Alderford is an impressive OO gauge terminus layout by Carl Bowden, inspired by the electrified lines of the Northwest in the late 1980s. This layout features a busy 5-platform station with prominent overhead electric catenary, designed for electric locomotives with working pantographs. Key features to observe include a detailed station building based on Carlisle Citadel, a locomotive maintenance depot, and a mix of scratch-built and kit-built structures. The layout showcases frequent movements of locomotive-hauled trains, DMUs, EMUs, and even a HST, many enhanced with realistic DCC sound. Tan-y-Bwlch is a OO9 Gauge layout built by Nigel Smith, modelled on the Ffestiniog railway station of the same name. Set during a busy high season from the early 1990s to the present day, this layout captures the overall feel and operating practices of the Ffestiniog railway, with a touch of modeller's license due to the space constraints.
Okay, fair enough. So who's the brain surgeon? Digitrains. In this case, Digitrains did it for me. Yeah, I think I've I'll try my own thing, but that is brain surgery. Beyond me, certainly. I take it the driver's strategically placed to cover the passenger. Thank you, really appreciate that. I didn't even think about that. That's how they did use it. That's how they used it. Great. Now what to do? They do these empty wagons to do it fitting. So you can actually pay and the public to go up. And go down the side of the side. And very weather. Amazingly good. First attempt. I'm going to go home now. I've done it successfully once. I'm not going to try it again. 100% for today, I'm not 100%.
It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah. That's what I did one first time. Did you go? Press one, the engine stops. It actually turns off. There is a function that if you want a cold start,
I get suspicious myself when I take photos of this thing. What does it sound out? Yes, yeah. We can sort the layout out for this swimming pool, I suppose. It's a leisure centre up front. So you see you're wearing a OO9 society. Because I've been looking on the website and the sales. Ffestiniog show. I haven't got mine today. Yeah, for the little ballroom 260s. I can find them on the Wearde website. They look a bit like Mountaineer. I managed to get them used from eBay, but there's quite a range of them. And they said they work with the OO9 Society.
talk to me.
isn't it? Just comes down and drops. In real life, there's no looking at results. Didn't figure it out.
Still carried on connecting it. And I don't get it. And then I'm like, Moses.
Woodhead is an N-gauge layout recreating the iconic station on the former Manchester, Sheffield and Wharf route through the Peak District in the 1960s. Built by Gary Atkinson, this end-to-end layout features the impressive overhead electric catenary powering the EM1 and EM2 electric locomotives hauling freight and passenger trains. The layout beautifully captures the dramatic scenery of the Longdendale Valley, complete with the station building and tunnel mouths.
Press it quicker, that you held your finger on it. Yeah. Go again.
Non-standard, expensive to maintain because it was non-standard.
Bristol Avon Bridge is an instantly recognisable layout by Keith Sully, brilliantly capturing the atmosphere of Bristol Temple Meads in the late 1970s. This layout features trains entering and departing platforms, with space for stabling locomotives and the occasional freight movements in the centre roads. A notable feature is the specially made overall roof, created using laser cut techniques.
Sheep in there.
Oh, with the, I know, yes.
Hergest is a charming 00 and OO9 Gauge layout by Peter Cullen, set in the autumn of 1947. It depicts a small station where the standard gauge GWR line to New Randor met the steam-powered narrow gauge line upgraded from an old horse-drawn tramway. This narrow gauge line, using ex-Glyn Valley tramway locomotives, provided local transport for coal, stone and food. The station served as a secondary interchange between two gauges, a scene that unfortunately wouldn't last long due to the changing times.
Everybody's moved out of January, February, March now into September, and September is just a very, very busy month now.
Junction is an O-gauge layout in 7mm scale, built by the Barry and Penarth Model Railway Club. Set in the 1930s and depicting the Great Western Railway, this layout measures 7 metres by 0.9 metres. Junction is a fiddle yard terminus layout featuring an industrial branch that diverges just outside the station, adding operational interest to the scene.
But they're worth it, I find. When you work out the cost of a foam and a box, it makes it much cheaper if you went and bought box and not B&M. But for what you get out of them, they're very good. Well, 6 of them, 256. I think they're up to 8 or 9 at the moment. 9? But I bought like 1 or 2 at a time rather than all.
after any getting quick.
That captured it absolutely totally.
That's sort of not the wagon. But no, that is still about.
I was in a car, I said that it well, I said this stuff all the way up in Tower, and I got a little jack and all the others. It's just the silly things that the spare wheel. So that's what it does. Once you use that stuff, your tyre's knackered. And it's no see that wagon there? It's surprised how many people have come into the building. This is such an unusual
Special tank.
It's yours, Jake.
Yeah. If it's on that table, there's a good chance it's mine. What was that? They stayed, some of them stayed like that quite late in the open cans. But they were all built like that originally. Some had cans added or were built later weeks. That's Zero's Africa. Owned by Sands. He's got the veins. But they do the open cans and the post. Not one of each, but I've only got one DCC. So that's what happened.
Rumbling Bridge is a charming OO gauge layout by Nick Skelton, depicting a Scottish through station on the former Devon Valley Railway in central Scotland, set just before its closure in the 1960s. The layout features staggered platforms, a distinctive signal cabin, and scenic bridges leading off scene. You'll see a mix of steam locomotives such as the K1 and B1 classes, alongside early diesels like Class 17s and Class 24s, as well as Class 101s and 105 DMUs. Keep an eye out for the working semaphore signals and scenic details, including cameos of rural life and drainage works. The layout is DCC operated, with many locomotives featuring sound, bringing this nostalgic Scottish scene to life.
Chefs are synchronise the wheels.
Hounslow Sidings is an evocative OO gauge layout by Ray Norwood. Set in the British Railway's southern region during the 1950s and 60s, based on the town of Hounslow in West London near Heathrow Airport, this layout is largely a product of the builder's memory, who grew up in the area and even worked as a fireman in the Feltham depot. The scene, viewed from the bottom of the terraced house gardens, features scratch-built buildings in the architectural style of Hounslow. You'll see locomotives typical of the era operating on this layout. The layout also incorporates a footbridge, brought forward for viewing within its compact size.
Sound effects cool, that's cool.
The Gretton and Wenlock Railway is an O16.5 scale layout by a group known as the Kirkhill Locomotives and Narrow Gauge Enthusiast Railway Society. This freelance Shropshire narrow gauge branch line is set in the late 1940s, early 1950s, and features both passenger and goods traffic, including a timber merchant's yard.
So I think they come down when. Well, they come down when the sun. Look, they're there. The timer obviously set somewhere.
The summit is a massive OO gauge layout by the Yeovil Model Railway Group, inspired by the stunning HOe Scale section of the Settle Carlisle line during the steam era of the 1940s to the 1960s. The model features the iconic viaduct, signal box and lay-by sidings, all accurately signalled for the late LMS and early BR periods. The dramatic Pennine scenery rises impressively behind and in front of the railway. You'll see powerful steam locomotives hauling freight and passenger trains, alongside early diesel tractions like a prototype Deltig. The sheer scale of the scenery truly captures the grandeur of the Settle Carlisle line. Kaninchenbau is a HOe layout set in the Austrian Alpine foothills. Designed for fully automated running using iTrain, this rabbit warren layout features 22.5 metres of track, 5 continuously running trains, all controlled by a laptop with iTrain software. The intricate track plan creates unexpected train appearances, which made it very interesting to film.
next it will come out here and stop at this station. Is this your favourite? Did you buy the software, yeah. It does. All it actually is, instead of you doing that, it's just a connector. Well, you can download it. Well, not when you've got a man. Yeah. It's ones that are in there, and then you go from in that yellow one at the back there, it takes about that diameter. Just a little cordless motor. 4 ways. And then if you look at ones like that. The only clever bit I do is
The North Cornwall Brewery layout in OO Gauge by Malcolm Briggs beautifully recreates a private siding serving a brewery near Camelford, North Cornwall in the 1960s. This detailed scene features a variety of industrial buildings spanning different eras, from the 1850s head office to the stark 1930s modern factory. You'll see steam locomotives like a bullied Q1 and an austerity 060, shunting wagons loaded with brewing supplies. The layout also includes a charming village scene with meticulously detailed buildings, figures, and even telephone wires. Keep an eye out for the brewery's fleet of Ford Transit vans, all repainted in company livery. The operation involves trains arriving from the main line to deliver goods and collect loaded wagons, crossing a road where car ownership is realistically low for the period.
Nobody could ever rob a bank because they'd never make it happen. We've got no taxes. I was going to say that he's running out of
Well, that's what they would have had, wouldn't they? They bought the fleet there.
And you got like two there. Like county.
Probably smashed my buildings actually about 5 years ago.
Yeah. I've got the pole.
Thank you. You're welcome. Very
New Sodbury by the Thornbury and South Gloucestershire Model Railway Club is a double-O gauge layout depicting a once bustling mainline station, now showing its age. The original station building is boarded up, replaced by a simple ticket cabin. The former goods yard has been repurposed by a cement company, which still uses the rail link. You'll see mainly freight traffic, along with the occasional through and stopping passenger trains. The layout typically features rolling stock from the 1980s and 90s, but sometimes showcases items from the earlier BR Blue and Grey era. Redcard Yard is an O-gauge layout that depicts a small wagon repair facility situated in the corner of a larger, now historical marshalling yard. The layout's name comes from the red card labels used to identify defective wagons that needed repair and were not to be included in train formations. Wearde, a OO gauge layout, is the first layout built by members of the newly formed Saltash Model Railway Club, many of whom are new to the hobby and building a layout for the first time. Alte Ulmenberg, meaning Old Elms Mountain, is a HOe layout by the Bodmin and District Model Railway Club. This layout is set in the Swiss Alps and features both standard and narrow gauge trains going to a mountain station. You'll see trains from different Swiss railway lines on a narrow gauge part. The station also has a connection for regular Swiss trains. The buildings are based on real Swiss houses. Croft Mill Wharf in OO Gauge by Graham Harrison and Ian Atkinson depicts a mill that once received its materials via barge and rail. While those transport methods are now gone, the layout features a new diesel shed where maintenance and refuelling is carried out. Aberdeen Kirkhill is a OO gauge layout built by Glenn Daniel and Graham Harris, depicting a relocated railway maintenance depot in Aberdeen during the winter of 1988. Imagining the existing Aberdeen Clay Hills depot being redeveloped and moved to a site at Kaninchenbau, south of Aberdeen Station, you'll see the busy East Coast main lines running past, along with cleaning platforms for servicing the trains and a train wash line at the front.
Where you are now, as long as my end is set like it is, you only have to worry about you only ever now have to worry about the other end. Yeah. It wouldn't work. You've got it. If you've got the right hand end of it, set this plane, you're right, you would like to bend the blade.
I am taking extra care with both.
Lots of track done pretty well. Yeah, because it's your main lines at
Yeah,
the back.
so select loco 855, enter, then do your speed steps.
You sure you don't want to? I can see you. That's kind of how I want it.
Blackfriars Bridge is an S4 scale layout built by the Blackfriars Bridge Model Railway Group. This layout is a replica of the Blackfriars Railway Station as it appeared in 1873, prior to the construction of the current Blackfriars Station. Silverbury is an imaginative modern image layout in OO9 Gauge by the South West Hertz Model Railway Society, presenting an alternative history of the Great Central Railway. It envisages the line becoming a 4-track route into London after World War I and surviving into the present day as a 2-track line. Combining elements of Silverstone and Aylesbury, Silverbury models a station in the BR Blue era through to today, located on the boundary between Network South East and Chiltern Railways.
Since we approached it, I've worked millimetres, steel work obviously, but the post is down to this scratch, and then you start to appreciate the change.
Foxbury is a charming 3mm scale layout representing the imaginary terminus of a small branch line nestled in the Cotswolds during the mid-1950s. Built by Bob Brown, this layout is designed for easy portability and showcases models that are either kit-built or entirely scratch-built. Heybridge Wharf is a delightful 3mm scale layout set in the Suffolk Inland Wharf. You'll see trains arriving from the main line, some continuing along the quaint tramway that runs past a gasworks and brewery. The layout also features a wharf where one of the last trading barges can be seen. It's a charming slice of industrial railway history in miniature.
It went too slow, believe it or not. It was 2 hours to put myself into accommodation. So no, it's only a small exhibition. No, there's about 10 layouts. The one was for Basingstoke, and one was for Alderford.
Westwick is an N-gauge layout built by the Westwick Model Railway Club. It features fiddle yards at both ends for storing rolling stock and a centrally located station. A tram line runs along the front of the layout, serving the numerous passengers using the station and the town. Additionally, there's a small traction maintenance depot, or TMD, situated at the rear for locomotive repairs.
This scale. What they're doing, which is
Where is that? In there somewhere. Grade 8, you think? Grade 6.
Fairford Depot is a OO gauge layout by Lyndon Ford and the Fareham Model Railway Club. Set in the southern region from the 1980s to present day, purchased as an unfinished project, this DCC-controlled layout isn't based on a specific location and features both third rail and overhead line equipment, allowing for flexible operations of traction from different eras. Many of the locomotives are equipped with sound chips, enhancing the depot's atmosphere. Norton Vale is a OO gauge layout built by the Nilesian District Model Railway Club and designed by Doug Richards and created as a learning project and later completed in memory of Alan Webber. Set in Oxfordshire near Banbury in the early 1960s on a truncated cross-country route, it allows for a wide variety of steam and early diesel locomotives from different periods. The layout features the main station of Norton Vale and a small branch line to Lower Norton, which includes a dairy. The design is based on a plan from Cyril Freeze's 60 plans for small layouts, with modified kits and scratch-built structures throughout.
I thought we were gonna. Not looking right for exiting.
Just a signal.
Hold it. You're not.
Yeah,
Four 962. Just let me check the route.
Should be everything set.
I just heard something click then.
Yeah, I did. But you didn't check. I've just finished setting the route.
Oh, so did I.
And something wasn't right then. Straight.
Yeah,
Straight.
straight and signal.
Yeah.
Hold it. I'll find out what happened.
That was probably that point clicking that you heard.
Yeah, point at it again.
They shouldn't have done it that way though.
Scarlington is an N-gauge layout built by the Scarborough and District Railway modellers, modelling the northeast of England in the 1970s and 80s. This layout showcases a busy multi-track main line leading to a large through station with junctions and branch lines. The extensive design includes a prominent central railway bridge, a cliff railway, a town scene, and an industrial area, offering a detailed and engaging representation of the BR Blue and sectorisation era. In addition to the captivating layouts we've explored, the Bristol Model Railway exhibition also featured some engaging demonstrators and displays, showcasing various aspects of railway modelling, and just like in previous years, there was a great selection of trade stands offering everything a railway enthusiast could desire. It was a fantastic opportunity to see skilled modellers at work and pick up some essential items for their own projects. I sincerely hope that you've enjoyed this look at the Bristol Model Railway Exhibition 2025. If you want to stay updated on future model railway exhibitions and my other railway related videos, please do subscribe to the channel with new uploads every week. And if you do have any questions about any of the layouts or anything else featured, please feel free to leave a comment below. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Hoi